cracks and grooves and crevices. And I'm going to start on the front, then we'll move to the back. You put your paint, you cover up, and you take a little oil dry and you rub it in. It fills in the little grooves and the cracks and the crevices. And I'm going to lighten it up as we go. Now, it takes a little time to get them completely pristine. Already taking a little bit better shape, isn't it?
How many years of experience have you had in this?
I grew up in the Tennessee walking horse world, so I'll be 48 this year. So it'll be I started training professionally when I was 18 because I couldn't go amateur, so 30 years. But now I've been out of showing big lick horses for 3.5, 4 years now.
What is that, Carl?
Different color.
Why?
Because I got to lighten the foot up. You don't want the skin any darker anywhere.
Where did you buy that?
At the tack store.
What's it called?
This is Shapley's Show Touch-Up. If you know anybody that shows cows, you can get it there too, because they touch the cows up, their coats up when they show them. Now all I'm trying to do is buff just enough to get most of his natural color back. There we go. Y'all starting to get the picture now? The little place on front right there's just almost disappeared, hadn't it?
What's you got there?
Adhesive.
Adhesive?
Adhesive.
What's that about?
You want this artificial hair to stick.
Artificial hair?
Yeah, it's Topic like they use for bald men.
I see.
Now sometimes it takes the second, the third application. And so you have to keep rubbing and keep tweaking until you get the right color. You ever seen any pictures of a big lick horse where from the ankle down was so much darker than the rest of the horse? Okay, the grease that they use, the lubricant that's approved to use for the show is a clear lubricant. The reason the pasterns turn this color is all the stuff they have on there to cover the feet up.
What's today's date, Carl? Do you know?
According to my Galaxy 5 active, it is Thursday, August the 13th of 2015.
What time is it?
11:22 a.m.
Central?
Yes, sir. Holly, you remember what it felt like a while ago?
Yes.
And just rub your hand over it, because when they check them, they're not able to dig. They're just able to rub their thumb over it. Does it feel the same?
No, it's
Really smooth, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. And he wasn't even wrapped last night. If I had him wrapped in Dermalone or Panalog or something like that to have a shrinking effect. And when you take the plastic off, most of the scurf comes off real easy. So that's the front part. That's not a perfect job, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay. If you go to a horse show and stand out close to inspection, it's not uncommon with a horse this color for you to have horses come through inspection with lots of variations of different color feet. Now we're going to work on the back. It's medium brown.
And you just do the same thing on
Now do the same thing back here. Now you can see he don't like this. Really and truthfully, to make this work the best, like I told you before, I would have had to have a little burnt motor oil in sulfur to put on here to fill in these grooves. But since this horse, they're trying to sound him up, I opted out of using that.
On the USDA swab testing for foreign substances, they find a lot of sulfur and motor oil, do not, of the hydrocarbons in the sulfur.
Yes.
This question is asked a lot. I think it's just been answered as to what it used for, as to why they find it on these horses.
Is it hurt the horse now?
No, he's pulling against me out of memory.
If you look at his eyes and ears, you can tell he's not real happy, but he's enduring. Notice how he's just bending there, letting him do it.
Oh, this is familiar to him. Very familiar.
Carl, talk about what you're doing, please.
I'm using a touch-up type spray in oil dry to fill in these grooves and these cracks where this horse has got scurf and it has some abrasions on the skin before I apply my hair. Trying to cover up some abrasions from training.
Did you say often trainers have what's known as a footman that's a specialist in preparing?
Most of them, to my knowledge, do. Of course, I've been out of the loop for just a short while.
But it's commonplace you have to have somebody that really knows what they're doing to get these horses ready to go.
There's no way with the time constraint and inspection that you can't go to a horse show without a footman if you take more than just a few horses. Now it's starting to take shape. It takes a little while, and you have to keep applying, keep applying, keep applying, keep applying till it works out.
So this is sort of a quick job. And ordinarily his horse's feet would have been wrapped in plastic that had been soft and wouldn't have all the scurfing. So you're having to come in on top of an abnormal situation,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah. And you can already see the difference that's made in the horse's feet.
Okay, but he's still got a different color.
He does have a different color. I'm gonna work on that. But now, it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon at a horse show to have one go through inspection with a different color feet, especially a horse of this color.
Why is that?
Because they prepare the foot for inspection. It changes the color a little bit.
So if you have a black horse, you don't have to have as much finesse.
No, sir. If you got a black horse, you're on easy street.
And what are you putting on there?
Oil dry.
That's like what they use in oil change racks and stuff
Yeah.
like that to
Yeah.
get the.
Yeah. It's plain old oil dry.
What's in plain old oil dry?
I'm not sure what all the ingredients are. I think there's some peat moss in it.
Right. Carl looks like he's forgotten what to do.
You spend 30 years doing this stuff, you don't forget. This is like a bad dream come to reality for me. I didn't think I'd ever be under a horse again preparing a set of feet in my wildest imagination. I got to rub for a little while, guys.
Can you explain, why you're doing it?
Because when you go through inspection, if see this black stuff on my hands, if the DQP or the VMO gets any of this on their hand, they can prove foreign substance. So if it doesn't rub off onto the DQP or the VMO's hand, then they have to resort to the swab that they do, okay? They'll never use the swab because the chain of custody, the swab swaps hands several times after the sample is taken, so it's not anything that the USDA can use to prosecute. They can keep records, maybe send a letter of warning, but that's the extent of it. So you
And
got
the trainers know that, correct?
Oh yeah. Now, take that other foot out of consideration. His coat and his foot are pretty similar. Okay, this is at the point where I would be getting really close to going to inspection.
And if you put a little moisture on that.
Oh yeah,
hair,
the only
it's gonna
thing
dry.
you need now is a little bit of cowboy magic, just a little bit.
Cowboy what?
Cowboy magic. It has an oil base. So that's much better than it was when we started. It's got hair all over it. There is one little groove right here, but that's from the scurfing because he was dry-legged in the stall.
Carl,
Yes,
what's that?
that's cowboy magic. Cool.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna put it on my hands and rub his feet and rub a little more. I didn't realize we had access to some cowboy magic. You can buy this at the local tack store, and all the people say, well, all we got on our horse is a little bit of cowboy magic grooming.
Okay, you and I've had the conversation before, and I know you said at one time propanol and all that stuff, but common things like Gojo, WD-40,
Yes,
Gentle Clean.
yes. Gentle Clean's most everybody's favorite. They can make a mixture of what they use in the Gentle Clean, and it doesn't take a whole lot of it, but it gets real good result. And the Gentle Clean's easier on the feet than a lot of the other stuff. It's got some lanolin and aloe vera and stuff like that in it, so it's a little easier on the feet to make a mixture out of that. Sports fans, we got a different set of feet here than we had a little bit ago. Now, to be perfect, I'd have had to erect him in plastic.
Have to what?
I would have had to erect him in plastic or had some sulfur and burnt motor oil. But as you can tell, it's relatively easy.
Okay, may I touch that?
Sure.
Or would this lady like to touch it? Maybe that would be.
Yeah, that would be the thing, because you would want somebody to you would want somebody to touch it that had clean hands to see if you needed to rub a little more. Just rub your finger down it. Huh.
What about the scars, lady?
Can you see any scars?
I mean, why don't you just really...
Just run your finger down right there. Whoop. Feels different, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to finish this up, you would black his hoof, dust his hoof off and go to inspection, and you might do one more application of your topic here.
Thank you, Carl.